Oh, are you recording?
Hey, good morning, everyone. We are recording this conversation with Ketan Jahagirdar. He will be our presenter for the Lunch and Learn this month. That's about 2 weeks away at the time that we're doing the recording. With us today as well is VP for Operations, Christy Smith, and Ketan. If you folks, if you don't mind introducing yourself briefly for me, please.
Christy, why don't you go first, please?
Hi, I'm Christy Smith, VP of Operations.
I'm Ketan Jahagirdar. I'm the founder and CEO of ROI Blueprints. And I've been working with Bobby I've known Bobby for the last year and a half. So we met at a conference. And he invited me to speak about Agile and project finances. And this is actually a topic that's dear to my heart. So I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, awesome. Hey, Ketan, sorry to cut you off earlier, but there may be a perspective where procurement and finance management and finance forecasting may not lend too well to, like I mentioned, sprint iterations and sprint planning. So whatever your conclusion will be during your presentation is your conclusion and your perspective. We know that PMI also has a new discipline called Disciplined Agile. I'm not so sure you're familiar with that. But in a nutshell, Disciplined Agile is just adopting your best way of working. So not to get too much into Disciplined Agile, but can you give us a little bit of a snippet and a preview of your presentation this month?
Yeah. So, I mean, a good portion of the presentation will be actually on dealing with the ramifications of Agile and assets, financial assets, and reconciliation and how you collect that. But the upfront portion, which is procurement and dealing with procuring Agile services, I don't necessarily believe that there's a conflict there. I believe that there is. This is just my personal belief. I feel like I think there's a responsibility of organizations to, when you're procuring or starting off a project, to at least get a decent sense of what the spend is going to be, what is the capital outlay, what are the goals that need to get delivered. The fundamental approach of Agile is, okay, I have fixed set of resources being allocated on a monthly basis or whatever your duration is, and what chunks of useful code or deliverables are going to get produced. But that does not absolve any team of providing a decent estimate up front. I believe, like, we've all been through, remodeling projects. I mean, there's no way you or Christy would approve a contractor to go, I can't give you an estimate, but I'll tell you every week how much I'm going to burn. Yeah. Right? I mean, if it's us writing the check, it's not going to work. So I believe there has to be you don't have to do the whole requirements documentation and upfront elaboration of requirements, but there has to be some level of upfront estimation to say, okay, this is for this year, I think it's going to be $2 million, and here are my business objectives that are going to get delivered.
Right.
And then with those two variables kind of locked in, saying, here are my business goals, here's your budget. Now, once you start sprinting, the sponsor can start to make adjustments. Yeah. Right? Then it's a question of give and take. But that upfront discipline that procurement services make you go through to say, okay, I need an estimate. What is that estimate based on? I think you still have to have that. That's just my opinion.
Yep.
Otherwise, it's sort of a free for all then.
Yep, understand. Hey, Chris, do you have a quick question for Ketan in terms of his presentation and his content?
I don't have anything in particular at the moment.
Okay. Ketan, I'm really looking forward to your presentation. We will end our recording here in terms of the prelude to your presentation. And after I stop the recording, we'll talk logistics. Go back to the conversation about logistics. So
Okay,
that's okay with you.
absolutely.